Kids this year are dressing up as a McDonald's manager.
Look for me wherever they sell.
Since about the 1930s, Halloween has been fun costumes and kids trick-or-treating house to house. But personally, we think the 80s and 90s had the best Halloween. Welcome to Retro Needy, where we love nostalgia. Today, we're taking a look back at some of the most unforgettable Halloween costumes and spooky memories of the 80s and 90s. So let's get ready for that spooky season once again by recalling the good times of the past. Let's think back and recall what some of the costumes were. The Empire Strikes Back, released in 1980, and The Return of the Jedi in 1983, Star Wars was in full force in the early 80s. During Halloween, you'd see kids dressing up as character favorites, Chewbacca, Yoda, or even Darth Vader. In 1978, the movie Halloween was released in theaters, starting a trend of other slasher movies, such as Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, which in turn brought about the rise of more of these horror-themed costuming, which is still popular today. And of course, we can't mention 80s Halloween without mentioning Ben Cooper costumes. You know, the ones with the plastic mask that held onto your face by a little elastic string and 2 staples. Although they were ridiculous, every kid had to have one. And lucky for them, Ben Cooper had costumes of every kind. Toys such as G.I. Joe or Barbie, cartoons, movies, and even politicians and celebrities.
But for Halloween, Toys R Us doesn't miss a trick, and the prices are a treat.
After Ben Cooper costumes dissolved in 1992, kids in the 90s did not have to look too far, as Halloween had become quite commercialized and more costumes were hitting department store shelves. Disney was releasing their own line of costumes with their new movies, as well as a lot of TV shows like Barney or kids' cartoons like Gargoyles or Ninja Turtles were also popular to dress up as. Now, who can forget those awesome Halloween specials and commercials on TV? I remember those Halloween serials that always came out during spooky season. TV shows that were best to watch, like The Simpsons Halloween Special, which later turned into the Treehouse of Horror. Cartoons like Ghostbusters were perfect for the season, and of course, who could forget Elvira's Movie Macabre, The Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt, and 90s favorites like Are You Afraid of the Dark? And of course, Goosebumps. So what ghosts of Halloween past do you miss? Share with us in the comments and subscribe to the channel for more nostalgic videos here on Retro Needy.
What do we have here exactly?
I'm piping hot.
You're piping hot.
I'm nice and cool.
You're nice and cool. Oh, it's a McDLT. Isn't that cute?